From Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy on Crawford Street in Harahan, welcome to the Cox 4 Nola Prep Baseball and Softball Show. Hi again, everyone. I'm Eric Ritchie alongside LBSA GM Ryan Kimberly. It's that time of the year. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll talk playoffs for both boys baseball and girls softball down to the fast pitch 56.
Yeah, this is everything you've worked for. Comes to the next few weeks. Softball being winding up. They're all in Sulfur. And then baseball is just getting started, so it's an exciting time, and it'll be great to see some really, really good baseball games and softball games and great competition.
Yeah, again, our area is loaded with high seeds on the softball side alone. Of course, you got Curtis as a #1 seed. Then you got 3 #2 seeds from our area. We're going to talk softball in a little bit, but Ryan, let's start and lead off with Jesuit baseball. Of course, the 5A guys got off to an early start. We'll concentrate on them tonight. Jesuit, a #8 seed playing Ruston, but they got off to a nice start.
Yeah, and especially the fact that they started really slow in district play, and they were kind of middle of the pack. They made that strong run at the end of the season, and now they're hitting it full stride. So they've got a great chance to really make a really good impact in the playoffs.
Tremendous defense, great pitching, and some timely hitting. Let's go ahead and check out Jesuit highlights as the playoffs are underway. Head coach Joey Latino and his Jesuit Blue Jays opening up postseason play at home against Ruston. First inning, how about some good defense? 2-out shot down the line, but watch left fielder Scott Crabtree go all out and make the catch. It was a sign of things to come. Bottom of the first, 2 outs, a couple on. Crabtree at the plate. He rips a shot into right field. A run will come across to score, and Jesuit strikes first, leading 1-0. Top of the second, more good defense from Jesuit. 1 on, 1 out, the grounder up the middle. Alex Gailey at short takes care of business himself, stepping on the bag for 1, then throwing on the first for the bang-bang, inning-ending double play. Bottom of the second, and the Jesuit Blue Jays strike again. After Hayden Fuentes led off with a triple, Harrison Daist with the shot. That's extra bases. It'll score Fuentes to make it 2-0, and Daist ends up at second with a double. After an infield single made it 3-0, there's that guy again. #7, Crabtree, lining a shot. A couple runs would score. Crabtree winds up at second with a double, and Jesuit had busted out to a 5-0 lead. All the while on the mound, Miles Blunt had it going on. Opens up the third inning, taking care of business himself. A nice play, throws to first for the out. Then the strikeout. And then how about ending these highlights right where we started, back in left field. Crabtree makes the running grab, and Jesuit wins for the 8th consecutive time, and fittingly, 8-0 is your final. They'll host West Monroe in regional play this weekend. From Jesuit, we move on, Ryan, to another Catholic League team, and what a first-round matchup between Hahnville and Brother Martin. You got a 14 and a 19 seed, one of those middle-of-the-pack matchups. You knew it was going to be a good matchup on paper. It proved to be on the field as well.
Yeah, like you said, it's that middle of the bracket matchup. They went pitch for pitch. It was whoever was going to blink first. Each at-bat matched on Hahnville's side with Brother Martin. Each defensive play, everything was just even. And it took 1 or 2 key at-bats to just kind of turn that game around.
It was a who's who out there at RBI Stadium, and let me just tell you, this game proved to be worth all the admission that everybody paid to see this one, because it was awesome. What a pitcher's duel. Let's see the highlights and hear some post-game reaction from a game that went down to the closing innings. What a playoff opener between Hahnville and Brother Martin. Bottom of the first, after the Crusaders get their first 2 runners on, Austin Perrin works out of a jam, striking out the last batter to get out of trouble. It was a sign of things to come. For the Crusaders, it was Blair Frederick. He strikes out the final 2 batters of the second inning. He had it going on this night as well. But Perrin, another lefty, would match Frederick pitch for pitch. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Perrin strikes out the side in the second inning. He actually struck out 6 batters in a row. Hahnville would threaten in the third inning. With 2 runners on, Waylon LeBlanc with the infield single. Good hustle, the bases are loaded. But just like Perrin in the first, Frederick gets out of trouble in the third. First the strikeout, then against Perrin himself, makes the nice stag on the mound, then off to first for the inning-ending putout. Over the next 3 innings, Perrin struck out 5 batters, allowed just 1 hit and a walk, and this game remained scoreless till the bottom of the 6th. That's when Big Frederick, the LSU-bound pitcher, took care of business himself, sending a shot to deep right into the night on the east side of New Orleans. That bad boy is gone. A 2-run bomb, the first runs of the night. Brother Martin led 2-0, wanted more. Next batter sends a shot to deep right, but look at the catch by Matthew Barbier with a tremendous defensive play, holding Brother Martin right where they were. But back-to-back triples ensued. A wild pitch would score Michael Kirsch. That made it 3-0. Top of the 7th after a leadoff walk. That was it for Frederick on the night, but his relief gave him some support. A pair of strikeouts to end the game, and Brother Martin survives and advances, winning this thrilling game 3-0. This Brother Martin team just pulls off the 3-0 win. Coach, congratulations on the W. What a way to start off the postseason. Tell me about this game and what a start to the postseason.
You know, we knew coming into this game it was going to be tough. Austin Perrin is a heck of a pitcher. He has 3 pitches that he throws at any time in the count. You know, we faced him the last 2 years. We knew it was going to be a challenge. And fortunate for us, he missed on a pitch to Blair, and Blair hit it. And, you know, he squared it up, and that was huge for us. And on the other hand, Blair was outstanding on the mound tonight.
Yeah, I was just going to that. There was a classic pitcher's duel, lefty versus lefty, matching pitch for pitch. I mean, they were literally, their line was almost identical through 6 innings, with both had 7 or 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 hit allowed. What can you say about this LSU-bound left-hander and what he did on the mound tonight?
He competes, and that's what we ask from him. Go out and compete. Give us your best. Give us what you got until you can't anymore, and then we'll go to the next guy. But, you know, and that's what he did tonight. He, you know, he located very well. I think he only walked 2, if I'm not mistaken. And that was tremendous to keep guys off the base, and then they had to get 2 and 3 hits to score a run.
Playoffs are all about upsets in the first round, and we already saw a big one concerning a local team. 30th seed Shaw picks up a win over 3rd seed Zachary. That's your second round opponent, a familiar Catholic League opponent. Tell me about the matchup with Coach Bollinger's Eagles.
It's going to be a great game. We knew they were a very good ball club. I didn't think they were a 30 seed. Nini's, again, another quality pitcher. They swing the bat real well, and we went 1-run games. We won 1, they won 1 the last time we played them. So we're going to have to compete and hopefully, you know, just do the best we can to compete next round.
Now with Crusaders winning pitcher Blair Frederick, and tell me a little bit about this matchup. What a game, young man. You throw a 1-hit shutout into the final inning. You survive and advance. What a pitcher's duel.
Yeah, I knew Austin Perrin. He's a great pitcher. He's going to keep our score down. We weren't going to get too many hits. We weren't going to score too many runs, so I had to be at the top of my game. And offensively, we need to get the big hits when we need them. We can't leave runners on base because that's going to kill us in the playoffs.
Is it a situation where it's almost you match them pitch for pitch? I mean, your stat lines through 6 innings almost identical. Both had allowed just 1 hit. Both had 2 walks. 7, 8 strikeouts each. I mean, when you see Austin dealing like that, does that give you extra oomph to come out and do the same?
Yeah, no, I got to be on the top of my game, and I know he's a great pitcher, and he's going to get the job done, so I got to make sure I do the same.
Tell me about the pitch that you knocked over this fence for a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. Tell me about that shot.
I was trying to stay with my approach, hit the ball somewhere hard, somewhere maybe in the opposite gap, hit the top inside corner of the ball. I knew he was going to throw me some off speed, and he threw me a changeup high, and then I just hit it really hard.
The mentality now for this Crusaders team, survive and advance. You've done that into the 2nd round where you'll take on Shaw.
Yeah, really happy that Shaw upset Zachary. That was huge. Now we don't have to travel to Zachary and deal with their shenanigans over there. So we get to play here, and it's going to be great. We beat Shaw once, they beat us once, so we can go either way. We're ready.
So Brother Martin, like Jesuit, a team that's kind of catching fire late, continuing with some momentum. We'll hear from the Hahnville side after a commercial break, but more baseball. Of course, Brother Martin now, as you heard, they will now face Shaw. What a stunner for Coach Bollinger's 30th seed Shaw Eagles. They go up and beat up on Zachary 7-1. Wow, that was a stunner.
Yeah, you know Coach Bully's going to have a great pitching staff, and they've got definitely got some arms left to throw. So they, just like Jesuit and Brother Martin, they've got a chance to keep going. Strong pitchers will get you through the playoffs and give you a chance to get the Sulfur.
Rain pushed back your alma mater, Holy Cross, in their matchup with Rummel back a day, so we don't have that game to show for you, but we can tell you, as far as other area teams, Destrehan a winner, Chalmette and Carr both on the losing side. And I know Destrehan we've had here on this show. Carr works out here as well. What a run for Carr this year, too. They had a nice season.
Yeah, unbelievable season. It's tough to lose in the first round, whether you had a magical season up to this point. It's always tough to lose in the first round. It's tough to lose in the championship. But just to look back and reflect on it in a few weeks, I think they'll look back and know they had a really, really great run.
Time for us to take our first break here from LBSA. When we return, we'll head back to RBI Stadium. We'll hear from the Hahnville Tigers on their spectacular season that came up with a disheartening, heartbreaking loss in the first round of the playoffs. And still to come, we're going to meet the Cabrini softball team and also talk to St. Charles as they gear up for a trip to Sulfur. We're back after this. Cox 4's Nola Prep Baseball and Softball is brought to you by Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy, and by Cintas, and by Royal Honda.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
And remember, when you buy from the appliance giant, you always get the best deal.
Tony Campo, the appliance giant, always told me if you want to sell appliances in this town, you got to offer the best name brands. That's why at Campo we offer lines like Thermador and Bosch. Right now, when you buy a Thermador cooktop, wall oven, or one of their beautiful ranges from Campo, I'll give you a Thermador dishwasher for free. Come to Campo today to see how we can take your kitchen to the next level when you buy local.
Hey New Orleans, our high school athletics have a proud new sponsor, Cintas, the team that has been proudly servicing New Orleans for 35 years. Like a great coach who gets their team ready for game day, Cintas leads the way in servicing all your professional needs. Cintas can help your employees stand out with their retail-inspired uniform programs and help keep your facilities clean and safe with kitchen and restroom supplies, floor mat services, and tile and carpet cleaning. And that is what their local employees have been doing for their 4,000 New Orleans customers. In a lot of ways, Cintas is just like our high school athletes, driven, dedicated, and hardworking. So call Cintas today and make sure your business is ready to be a winner. Welcome back to the Cox 4 Nola Prep Baseball and Softball Show. We're here with Hahnville head coach David Beaudry and the pitcher in this game, Austin Perrin. Coach, we'll start with you. What an unbelievable season it's been, an undefeated district record. What did you just tell your players following this heartbreaking 3-0 loss?
I mean, we have to say goodbye to some seniors that have really left a lasting legacy. No matter how much adversity we face, no matter how down we seem to be, those guys led us back, and they played their butts off tonight. And they didn't want it to end, but we're forever indebted to them for the things that they've taught us and showed us.
Tell us about this game in particular tonight, where bottom line it was lefty versus lefty. This was a pitcher's duel, coach personified.
I mean, two really good, players. One's a junior, one's a sophomore coming back next year. Both of them will be back next year. What more can you ask from either guy? We had a chance to score there, and I believe the third, we didn't get it done. They had a couple of chances, and they came through with the big hit.
What do you want people to know, lastly, about this Hahnville baseball team to close out the season, and what a run it's been?
We started out the year as a very young ball club, and I think we grew up a whole bunch. And I hope that for the guys that are coming back, we can build upon this and really be a force to be reckoned with in 5A baseball next year.
Congratulations on a heck of a season. Coach, other media members want to talk to you. I'm going to bring in Austin Perrin now, and you want to talk about a gritty performance personified. This young lefty just struck out 9 Crusaders, went deep into this ball game. I know it's not the results you want, but can you put this game, first of all, Austin, into words?
Yeah, it was a great game, and they just got a couple late hits that put them in scoring position, and they scored when they needed to.
Tell me a little bit about the matchup. I mean, everybody kind of circled this one in 5A. This was one of those classic first-round matchups that you didn't want to face either of you guys in the first round. You ended up facing each other. What was your mentality coming in against this Crusaders team?
Oh, yeah, me and Blair, we're good friends, and we're just very similar. We throw strikes, and we just get people out.
What did Coach just tell you guys at the end of this game? I know it was kind of some emotions going on. What did he tell you, and what will you remember most about this season, Austin?
Oh yeah, we have a bunch of seniors, a great group of guys, and we just, we can't hang our heads. We played a great game, and they did too, and they came out the W.
Overall, final question, open mic, what do you want people to know about Hahnville baseball as you say goodbye to the 2015 season?
Oh yeah, we're very young, and we'll be back. We're not done yet.
Congratulations, young man. Heck of a game. We're going to return to LBSA and continue on with the Cox 4 Nola Prep baseball and softball show. When we return, that's right, it's on to Sulfur for several area teams. We'll focus in on a couple of those squads, namely Cabrini and St. Charles, when we return after this timeout.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
Hey New Orleans, our high school athletics have a proud new sponsor, Cintas, the team that has been proudly servicing New Orleans for 35 years. Like a great coach who gets their team ready for game day, Cintas leads the way in servicing all your professional needs. Cintas can help your employees stand out with their retail-inspired uniform programs and help keep your facilities clean and safe with kitchen and restroom supplies, floor mat services, and tile and carpet cleaning. And that is what their local employees have been doing for their 4,000 New Orleans customers. In a lot of ways, Cintas is just like our high school athletes, driven, dedicated, and hardworking. So call Cintas today and make sure your business is ready to be a winner. Welcome back to LBSA, the Cox 4 Prep Nola baseball and softball show. That's what we talk about now. Eric Ritchie alongside LBSA General Manager Ryan Kimberly, who also doubles as the assistant softball coach at Chappelle. Ryan, the team that we're about to focus on, the 20th seed Cabrini, you not only played them, but I know you're real familiar and fond of their coaches as well.
Coach Shannon and Coach Ira are two of my favorite people in the world. Love them, pulling for them. They're scrappy. We played them in a scrimmage. We played them twice in the regular season. They beat us once, and then we got them back on the second time, and Carly's a monster on the mound, so she should have a really good chance at making a push in Sulfur.
She has done a great job so far. Carly Perk has done a nice job as, as you said, a scrappy 20th seed. They've already pulled off a couple of upsets. They'll look to pull off at least one more when they take on 5th seed Assumption in the quarterfinals on Friday.
Hi, my name is Carly Perk. I'm a junior and I'm a pitcher. It means a lot because for the past 4 years I've been here, we never made it to Sulfur. And this year we knew it's like our year and we're a big family. Like last year we had some drama, but not that much, but this year we have none and we just came together.
Ira Austin, assistant coach here at Cabrini High School. Most of these girls were either 7th or 8th grade, and I remember a few of them making it up there, and then for them to have to wait as long as they did, especially after the disappointment last year, it means a whole lot to this group of girls. I think they're really excited about getting there.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm a senior here at Cabrini, and I play center field. It means a lot to this team because we've been through so much this season and we had a lot of injuries the past season. So to come back and to be ranked the 20th seed and then come back and beat higher ranked teams means a lot and shows that seeding really doesn't matter once you get into the playoffs.
My name is Shannon Austin. I'm the Cabrini head softball coach. Last season was a little rough for us. We did finish the season #1, but we didn't make it through the playoffs. So I think that was a little bit of self-motivation for them this year. And the season was a little rough, and we finished number 20. But after the last game, something that we definitely learned was that it didn't matter where you were ranked or seeded. You still have to show up every day and play the game, and that's what they've done.
If we just all do our job in the field, batting, everything, if we like talk loud, like even the people that aren't playing, like if we do what we're supposed to, we're gonna get far. We know that Being the lower seed and beating the higher seeds means a lot because that just shows how hard we work, and it doesn't matter where you are as long as you keep working hard.
I think this year they're going to the playoffs peaking right where they need to be peaking, and there's definitely not a lot of overconfidence like there was last year. They are relishing the role of being the underdog, and I think they're really excited about that.
We tell them every day of practice we just need to show up and do the little things. We don't need to try and play ahead of ourselves. We just need to make the small plays, hit the ball, and let KP do her thing in the mound.
Carly is going to pitch her absolute best, as she's been doing. I feel that everybody's going to do their job, whether it's bonding the ball when somebody's on base, or the base runners are going to do their jobs and be smart on the bases, and everybody's going to do their job on defense.
I just expect them to do the best that they possibly can do. I'm not worried about wins or losses. I just want them to do the best possible job that each one of them can do. Everyone by this time knows their role. They just have to go out there and perform that role and do what they need to do.
So we move from 4A and Cabrini down to 3A, where St. Charles didn't make it to Sulfur for the first time in about a decade last year. The Lady Comets, though, the number 2 seed, they're back to Sulfur, and they're taking on a Bruley team who has won a state championship just a few years ago.
Yeah, St. Charles is that team that just seems that they're in it every single time, and it's crazy to think that in a decade they don't make it. But a great program. They're always there. They've got 2 really young pitchers, and bright future.
An 8th grader and a freshman, not too bad running your pitching staff. Let's go ahead and check in with those Lady Comets and Coach Ty Monica.
At the beginning of the year, when we started practice on Martin Luther King Day, that having such a young team, one of my personal goals was I just wanted them to be able to experience what a softball game is, and at the mecca of high school softball, and that's in Sulfur at Frash Park.
Caitlin Lowry, senior first baseman. Paige Williams, senior second baseman. It means a lot, especially since we didn't get to go last year. That was a rough year, and we came back even stronger this year. That's just important.
It shows that our program has continued to have a lot of success and that we work hard every year to continue to go back.
Morgan Noble, junior catcher. It really means a lot for us because we came into the season, not being able to go last year, and it means a lot for us to be able to go back this year, and it was our goal from the start.
I'm Jade Brady, freshman pitcher.
I'm Kelsey Williams, 8th grade pitcher.
It means a lot for us because we've never gotten to experience Sulfur before, and it's really exciting being that we're young and that we have a lot of years to continue, but we just want to make our team proud this year and focus on this year.
It means a lot because we haven't been there before, and it's been our goal since the first day of practice.
When it's your first time there, you're kind of going to be kind of shaky and worried about everything, and it's our job as seniors and people that have already been there to just calm them down and tell them, just do what you've been coached to do all year and you'll be all right.
We basically told them that it's a very different environment, but it's still just a softball game, and you have to prepare for it and play just as well as you would for any other game.
They've told us that we just need to stay calm and just play all of our games because we've played many of them before.
We need to hit very well. We need to put the bat on the ball and just play good defense, throw strikes, and I think the score will take care of itself.
We have to work as a team, and that we have a lot of chemistry, so we just need to play as one and just play how we've been coached.
If there's any athletic bone in your body and you haven't experienced the fast pitch 56 in Sulfur, Louisiana in late April, you haven't experienced high school athletics and any type of, I'm getting goosebumps just standing here, just talking about it. It is an experience of a lifetime, and you won't forget it for the rest of your life. And anytime that I can bring my own team there and have them compete at that level, it says a lot about your program, and it says a lot about your school, and it obviously opens a lot of people's eyes to the future.
And remember, when you buy from the Appliance Giant, you always get the best deal.
Tony Campbell, the appliance giant, always told me if you want to sell appliances in this town, you got to offer the best name brands. That's why at Campo we offer lines like Thermador and Bosch. Right now, when you buy a Thermidor cooktop, wall oven, or one of their beautiful ranges from Campo, I'll give you a Thermidor dishwasher for free. Come to Campo today to see how we can take your kitchen to the next level when you buy local.
Giving you a great deal is what makes Royal Honda #1 in the greater New Orleans area. Visit us on Veterans in Metairie and RoyalHonda.com.
Royal Honda, the dealership that's different.
My name is Walter Beatty. I'm the facility director here at Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy, and today we're going to talk about the college recruiting process and the MLB draft process. On this coming Sunday, May 3rd at 2 p.m., we're going to have everything and anything to do with the college baseball recruiting process and the Major League draft process. We're going to open that up to parents and student athletes of boys in the 2016 through 2020 class. And we're going to answer all kinds of questions ranging from when does the recruiting process start, where do I get noticed, how do I get noticed, where do I need to be. So a lot of times when we talk with parents, and a lot of parents will come in and we'll sit down, myself and the parents and the student athletes, and we get asked all the time, is it too late? When does it begin? And what I want to get people to understand is it's already begun. Most parents are under the assumption that baseball is kind of runs a parallel to football and basketball recruiting. It couldn't be further from the truth. And it actually starts at the end of your 8th grade year and runs through your sophomore year. Boys are kind of seen and followed and based on projectability and current skill sets. It's at that part of the baseball recruiting process that it actually begins between the parent, the player, and the college program. We have helped here at Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy players from Caleb Roper, who's now at the University of Arizona, right-hand pitcher. Jamie Smith is a catcher at Cornell. Matthew Robert is a catcher at George Washington University. Mason Coppins from Jesuit is a starting center fielder for Northeastern University in Boston, Mass. So we've had a lot of success over the last 4 years with regard to the recruiting process, and we're getting a lot of questions from players, current players, as well as parents. So we thought that this Sunday would be a good time to introduce our brand new facet of our business, which is baseball process. It's part of the Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy facility, and we interact with hundreds of college coaches all across the country, from California, Arizona, New England, Mid-Atlantic, and obviously down here in the South, as well as professional scouts. And we help a lot of boys kind of get in front of those coaches and scouts, and we're going to cover all of those topics. So you're welcome to come. It's completely free. It's something that we're just kind of starting as a part of our business here, and looking forward to seeing, again, all players and parents this Sunday, May 3rd at 2 p.m.
That'll about wrap up another edition of our Cox 4 NOLA Prep Baseball and Softball show. Ryan, Kimberly back here again, and I know a crazy week weather-wise around the area. Really, the whole season has been a very rainy season. A lot of rainouts, teams having to find different venues to hold practice, and I know LBSA has been very accommodating.
Yeah, the best part about an indoor facility is it doesn't rain and it's air conditioned. So if it's 100 degrees outside, it's comfortable in here, and if it's pouring like it's been for the last 2 months, it's dry in here. So we've got a place to really serve needs for anybody and everybody.
Sounds good. Thanks again for your expertise and your hospitality here at LBSA, Ryan.
Thanks.
We'll talk to him next week, and again, we wish all the area teams best of luck. We'll hit the road and cover those softball teams in Sulfur, have those highlights for you on next week's show. But that will do it for now. For all the good folks here at LBSA, I'm Eric Ritchie for the Cox 4 NOLA Prep Baseball and Softball Show.